Hello, brethren. How are you? It's been a while, and it's good to be back on your screen. Today is a very glorious day, a very important day, because we are digging deep into a very special and peculiar topic today. The topic called the beautiful monster will be observed today, and it's going to lead us to several series in the coming weeks. I want you to stay glued to your screen because it's going to be a wonderful journey. After this short break, we are going to be observing the topic, the beautiful monster, today. God bless you. See you in a few seconds. The word monster is scary. So many people run whenever they hear the word monster. Children take to flight, and they cringe, they fear, they are scared at the sound of that name. And even adults, automatically we switch on our defense mechanisms, and some even simply run when they hear the word monster. The monster in this topic today is a beautiful one. How can a monster be beautiful? That's the question. Its presence is often overwhelming, and to some, it is irresistible. Some people find this monster to be luring. Some see it as daring. Some see it as beautiful. Some see it as sweet. While some see it as something that is very irresistible, something they can't do without, something that is appealing to them. Except for a few, not everybody will experience this monster. Not everyone. But except for a few who have some medical condition. Maybe it could be medical, it could be physiological, it could be psychological or emotional. Except for these few, every human being born on the planet Earth will at one time or the other experience or come in contact with this beautiful monster. You have to face this monster. You could either, make it work for you or be devoured by it. This monster had pulled down many. A lot of people rising to the peak of their career have been pulled down by this monster. They couldn't just undo the fierceness of this monster. It came, devoured them, and they couldn't resist the power of this monster. This monster had broken so many homes. So many marriages had been destroyed, broken, and shattered by this monster. It had left some people for dead. It has left them for dead. I remember the story of that man traveling in the Bible. The Bible, the Good Samaritan. The Bible said the man was attacked, and then this man was left for dead. This monster had also had the same effect on so many people. They felt attacked. They felt harassed. They felt humiliated, and they were left for dead. While some people, you may know them, I know some of them, they are biting their nails. When you bite your nails, they are biting their nails not in pain, in pleasure, because their contact with this monster left a very sweet and very good taste in their mouth. And it's like this taste should not disappear. They are biting their nails because they are reminiscing the sweetness of their encounter with this monster. They are recounting their encounter. It is like something, an experience that should not end. And then you are asking, We're talking about a monster, for God's sake. Yes, while some people are biting their nails in joy and in sweetness, in happiness, some are biting off. They are biting off their nails. They are injuring themselves. They are putting, biting their own skin, because their encounter with this monster is that of pain, of agony, and regrets. Their hearts are broken, their soul crushed, and their destiny ruined because of an encounter with this monster. I remember a friend when I was in South Africa. I was speaking. She opened up to me. She said she was a virgin until she was around 20-something years of age, which is rare in that country anyway. But she was able to maintain her ground. She was a virgin, and the very first man she had this encounter with, the very first time this monster came and appeared to her, it left her for dead. But thank God that she is alive to tell the story. And she's still alive today by the grace of God. This monster could be a productive tool to you and to some others who had mastered its potency for ruining lives, and then they were able to protect themselves. It could be very productive. As a matter of fact, some had used this monster. How can you use a monster? Yes, you can use a monster if you are able to tame the monster, if you are able to master its tricks and its trickery and its schemes. You are able to master it, and you are able to tame it. You are able to keep its mouth shut. While some people have been able to use this same monster for their own personal gain, some had foolishly thought that, yes, I've been able to overcome it. I know some people. Let me tell you a story of a friend. In 2006, a friend who is also a pastor told me of a story of how God rescued him. He always announced on the altar, tell the members of the church, oh, nobody can pull me down. I'm just, I'm a strong man. I'm this and that. It tells everyone, even if a woman is naked before me, oh, it cannot affect me. I'm immune to those things. I've been able, by the power of the Holy Ghost in me, I've been able, he boasts a lot. And then one of the members of the church said, I'm going to get this pastor. I'm not going to sleep with him. I'm not going to do anything damning to him, but I'm going to test him. And then one day, this lady, went to the office of this man of God, this pastor, and one thing started to lead to another. Conversation was going on, some seductive moves by this lady, some luring, before you know what is happening, this pastor was carried away. And then at the point of whatever was about to happen, the lady said, Pastor, I'm not here for that. I just want to let you know that no man is immune to what you are talking about. No man is immune to falling. This monster had ruined lives, ruined ministry, ruined career. This monster, while some people had thought, oh, I've overcome it, oh, I've tamed it, some people said because they are married. Because now, yes, I've been able to escape this monster for a long time, since I was a baby, till when I was a child, I was a teenager, a youth, now I'm married, so this monster cannot do anything for me. Before they know what is happening, this monster will come back and bite them. The resurgence of this monster in their lives will be the reason for the shattering and scattering of their marriage. This monster is beautiful. This monster is luring. This monster is seductive. This monster is powerful. This monster is dangerous. This monster is very good. This monster is great. This monster is vicious and dangerous. Look at how I'm using different words, interwoven, using this to describe this monster. Yes, it depends. I remember just now the story of Joseph. The father made for him coats of many colors, probably red, green, blue, yellow, different colors, white. But it depends on which area you are seeing the garment from. Some people may say, oh, it's green, because that's what they saw. Some may say, oh, it's white, because that's what they saw. Some may say, oh, it's red, because that's what they saw. The same thing with this monster. It depends on what you see. That will decide your experience and the story you are going to tell. When some people are describing this monster, they've said, no, it's something you can play with. It's so gentle. It's so okay. You can play with it. You can, hold its hand. It could be friendly. It doesn't bite. But some, when they are telling their own story, they cry. They weep soberly and bitterly because their encounter with this monster had torn their garment, had destroyed their destiny. How do you fight a monster you cannot always run away from? You know it's a monster, but you cannot run away from it. Second question, what exactly is this monster? I'm talking about sex. I'm talking about sex. Sex is a monster, but a beautiful monster. It's a monster that we cannot do without, but it's a monster that we must be careful about. Because if you are not careful, your encounter with sex can either be beautiful or dangerous. Let me tell you two stories as I wrap it up today. Somebody came to visit a man of God, and this person said, oh, Pastor, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I was there that day when this lady was making this confession. The lady was around a place called Ibadan in Lagos. I was there then as a young man of God in the youth ministry. And this lady said, I have a problem. What's your problem? It was a delivery, it was a special program. So during the counseling, the lady was sharing her experience that I cannot do without sex. If I don't have sex in a day, I won't get myself. It's like I will run mad. And then before you know what is happening, I will even go out and give money to the northerners. Don't let me use a particular name that came to my mind. The northerners. I will give them money. Please, come and have sex with me. I was looking at it. I was thinking, I've been thinking about it for several years, over 10 years now. I've been thinking about it over and over in my head. And I realized it wouldn't have been her fault. Probably our encounter, the first encounter she had with this monster, had left a hole in her heart that she could not fill up. And she's looking for ways to fill up this vacuum, this hole in her heart. And that's why she's doing everything possible. There's another lady, by the grace of God, she's married now, married with wonderful children, working fine, very wonderful, beautiful lady. She grew up with in this environment where it's like a barrack, where she grew up. And then there are these, two guys that are like uncles to her. Where she was about 6 years or 8 years old thereabout, they started having regular sexual encounter with this lady. And it went on for years. Now, this damaged something in her, created a hole, a vacuum in her heart, that she had to do so many despicable things just to satisfy the monster, just to feed the monster, just to feed the beast that have woken up in her. But thank God for Jesus Christ, who gave her victory over this monster. Brethren, as I wrap it up today, in the coming weeks, we'll be talking deeply about sex. I have 3 recommendations or advice. Please, I don't want children to watch the coming episodes. Please protect children, because we might be using some languages, some terminologies that children may not understand, may provoke questions in them, and they may still be too young to understand what we are talking about. I know that this generation, we can't say anyone is young, but it is still our duty as a church, as ministers of the gospel, as parents, to make sure we protect our children. Let me quickly tell you a story. I saw something online, I think last week. They were asking 2 children, the same age. 2 children, the same age. They were asking them about sex and masturbation. 2 children, the same age. They were asking them about sex and masturbation. One was able to describe it perfectly. Perfectly. The other one simply told the journalist or the reporter that, I don't know anything about that. I've not been taught anything about that. So it's our duty, if your child is so vast in the knowledge, in knowledge about sex, I pity that child. I pity child. Protect your children. Number 2 is that please make sure that when you are watching the next episodes, you watch it with the intent to learn. If you have any comment, questions, please write to us. And number 3 is that as we expose these things, you may find yourself wanting to know more, or you may find yourself in need of a particular help. Please, we are here to help you. If you see the screen now, you will see the WhatsApp address of this broadcast. Please use it to contact us. You will also see the email address displayed on the screen. Please use it to write to us. And GOFtv, this platform, this YouTube channel, is also available for your comments and for your advice, for everything you want to know. Join us as we do other broadcasts. On Friday, by the grace of God, we've started a program on politics. You can join us and watch that wonderful program. Other programs also on Tuesday, we are having a program on parenting. Please join us also. That will be tomorrow. Please join us and watch that wonderful program. God bless you. We love you. See you next week, Monday. Bye for now.